Hello there everyone, and this is Felix from Felix the Dev, where coding is a lifestyle. And today we're going to talk about the power of stepping out of your comfort zone when coding. And for those that are new to my channel, my name is Felix, and I talk about all things coding in this channel. I help people who are learning how to code, and I also help people who are completing their science degrees in college to achieve success. So why should we start talking about this topic today? So I was thinking the other day about my experience when coding and how I started a couple years back, and I started learning C++, and I learned all my basics there, all the if-else statements, the loops, and all the computer science and programming principles in that language. So I got very comfortable in this language, but an opportunity came and I had to switch to Java. I had to learn how to program in Java. So at the time, it was pretty scary, because coming from C++, there's a lot of things that you can do, right? Such as printing a message into the console way shorter than you can do it in Java. So those little details, as I kept learning Java, really scared me a little bit because I didn't understand the syntax of the language. So this process, right, over the years, I have to do it over and over again as a programmer. I've had to switch from one technology stack or one programming language to another for a certain project, and through the years, I've always experimented. Sometimes that sense of uncomfortableness because you don't know the syntax, you don't understand how to do something in the language. But what I've come to realize through the years is that as coders, if you've been coding for a while, we have to do this because technology changes very fast. That's number one. And also, you can have another career opportunity that you may like, and if you don't step out of your comfort zone, you can really let pass a good opportunity. So that's why I think that we should talk about this topic. And also, I'm going to share some tips and strategies that I have used in the years that have helped me get through this and learn new things as a coder. So yeah. So, the number one tip I'm going to give you guys today is start from the very basics, or start small. That's how I like to call it. Oh, and just in case, I wrote an article on this topic. If you want to read it, I have the link down in the description, and I go in depth there. But what I mean by starting small is when you're switching from a programming language, right? For example, from C++ to Java, or it can be from any programming language, always start from the simplest thing. The example I like to use is do a hello world, right? And after you do this, what I recommend is go ahead online and read a lot of code. Just read it on this new programming language that you're going to learn, right? So this way you get accustomed and comfortable with the syntax about just looking at it. So just go online and read code. You can search on GitHub for repositories on the new programming language, or just put a quick Google search and you'll see a lot of code on that and how to do the basics. And by just reading the code, you're seeing how people do it. How do you write code in that new programming language? And what that will do, in my experience, is that it will help you get more comfortable, because it's not that you have to start over learning the fundamental principles of programming, but just to get used to that new technology or programming language that you're learning. So yeah, so read code online. That's helped me a lot. And also, another quick tip I'm going to give you guys right there is do practice problems. When you get the gist of how to write in that code, in that programming language, write code there, go to places like HackerRank. I'm gonna put the link on the description for those that don't know what HackerRank is, and do some practice problems. So this way you start applying what you learned by reading the code, right? And just go ahead and do some solve some algorithms. These can be simple exercises, and you can go ahead and build that difficulty as you go. So this helped me a lot. So the idea of this strategy of starting small is to break down the process, right? So it's less scary, you know. So going from like seeing from the problem or the new task that you're trying to tackle from a wide perspective, breaking it down and taking baby steps until you feel comfortable. So this has worked for me a lot in the years that have gone by when I have to learn new things in coding. So that's the key idea I want to convey to you guys. And the other thing is, number 2 is build things. And this helped me a lot when I'm switching from one framework to another. You know, for example, if you're gonna learn React as a new programming framework to do some web development stuff, front-end interfaces, etc., and you come from Angular, so what I like to do is that I like to start building things once I understand how by reading code and how reading the documentation, how it works. Start building simple applications, right? You know, and start building things that work, so you get to your hands dirty, right? Your feet wet, as people say, and you start applying, forcing yourself, and applying what you have learned of the new framework. And not only is it going to help you practice, but it's going to help you get even a new portfolio project if you want. So I did this, and it has helped me a lot to learn even faster, because when I apply and I build things, what I've learned, I remember more. I don't know if that helps you guys, but I hope it does. But it has helped me a lot. So yeah. So there you have it, guys. This was a short video, and I hope these tips help you guys step out of your comfort zone when coding, and just like take new opportunities and participate in new innovative projects, and just like keep learning. So if you like this video, guys, click on the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share this video with a friend that is maybe learning a new language, a programming language, and needs help. Maybe these tips can help them in so many ways. So go ahead and share it. And also, comment on the video if you have any tips that you've used in the past that have helped you step out of your comfort zone coding, and so we can help other people. You know, maybe you have some new innovative ideas that you can share. So that will be all for today, guys. My name is Felix from Felix the Dev. Where coding is a lifestyle, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.